Welcome everybody to today's live stream. We'll be talking about Memecoin officially being back. Long time no see, chat. It's been a cool minute. I don't know how many days it's been since last time we streamed. Been super busy, chat. I apologize. You know, I've been wanting to go ahead and be more active when it comes to all of this, but honestly, it's been a little bit tight on my schedule. But with that being said, I told myself, I was like, you know what, I gotta go ahead and go live today. So for all those that are watching, go ahead and do me a huge favor by smashing that like button. It does help support the channel. It's literally completely free, it doesn't cost you anything, and not only that, but it does also motivate me even more when I see all of you here. So let's see how many could go ahead and join me today. I will go ahead and start sharing this. How's it going, Happy? Thank you for being here today. Go ahead and share this real quick. And there you go. So we are officially live. Let me go ahead and share this on my Twitter real quick. Meanwhile, we wait for more people to go ahead and come and join us today. Alrighty, everyone, welcome to today's live stream. As always, go ahead and support the channel by using the links down below. Blofin non-KYC exchange, which I am getting a little concerned. A lot of exchanges are now cracking down on KYC. I know Mexi's cracking down on KYC coming up this July. So is BingX. And now it looks like we only got a few exchanges left with the no KYC. So as time goes on, it looks like KYC will be a common thing, unfortunately. But with that being said, go ahead and check out Blofin while you can. Moving forward, we'll go ahead and have to figure out another solution to how we can go ahead and maneuver around this non-KYC situation. But if you're looking to go ahead and use the best Solana trading bot, the way the pros trade with these Solana meme tokens, go ahead and check out my link right on this my Twitter. Go ahead and check it out. I will go ahead and make a video in the next coming days or weeks. I will go ahead and focus on doing that. So with that being said, Brett has now officially hit a 1.18 billion market cap, making it, I think, if not the first base token to hit a billion market cap. I think I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment down below if I am wrong. But I think this might be the first base meme token to hit a billion. Craig, could you chart out Kadena if there is time? Yeah, of course, man. Definitely could. Thank you for being here, Craig. Vernon, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a good one, man. I bet you've been busy with school. Glad to see you here today. Yeah, Craig, we'll go ahead and do Kadena right now. But before we do go ahead and do Kadena, because, you know, obviously what impacts all of these other meme tokens, or not even just meme tokens, sorry, altcoins, it's all Bitcoin. So it's really important with what Bitcoin is doing, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what crypto bubbles today in the market, what we're doing overall. We ended a little bit in a neutral, nothing too crazy. Let me go ahead and mute my phone. Nothing too crazy, neutral right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hourly. Hourly looks like a little bit of red. Nothing, like I mentioned, nothing to panic about, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now, you know, one thing we haven't looked at is a fear and greed chart. Let's go ahead and take a look at the fear and greed chart and see how people are reacting to this market overall. And we should be concerned. So it looks like we are now reaching 73 level of greed currently at the time. I see Bitcoin dominance has been slightly picking up, over 78% of 24-hour volume. So definitely some bullishness ahead of time, and this means altcoin season and meme coin season is just around the corner. So take a look at this cup and handle pattern on the daily on Bitcoin. We still are consolidating within this range at around the $67,000. We did talk about not going any lower around 66,000. If we were to go ahead and hold that, that would be a nice area of support, with our next breakout being at around the $71,000 range. Breaking towards that $71,000 range, guys, we are off to the races. Next price target is $85,000 on Bitcoin. So everything's looking extremely juicy. I'm getting a little excited because I haven't looked at Bitcoin in a cool minute. It's been a few days. Now that I've been super busy, I don't look at the market as much now. You know what I mean? I've only looked at my meme tokens. But looking at the DXY, we see this, we talked about this head and shoulders pattern happening on daily, as we talked about, and we have been making that rejection with lower lows now at the support at 103, which was our price target these last few days. So see, guys, it takes a few days, sometimes a few weeks. All I could go ahead and tell you, patience is rewarded when it comes to a lot of these positions. You know, for anybody that has been position in any of the base tokens, Solana tokens, these last couple of days, especially within the range of the AMC GME, which we talked about was more than likely going to happen, and that's exactly what happened as well. Following alongside with Benny and Andy, literally Andy, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, hit over 41, I think it was 41 million market cap with this breakout on the daily, right? So we're gonna go ahead and see where the next area of support is going. The one on Ethereum did hit over 180 million market cap, and my price target for Andy on base is around that 80 to 100 million market cap, coming very soon. So if you started loading up when I told a lot of you to check this out, it'd be up a nice little 3.5x. I have been making some money as a market maker, providing liquidity, which I will go ahead and show you what that is looking like right now, averaging about 1% a day with my bag. And yeah, Benny as well. So I know I had a lot of Benny haters in the stream these last couple days, couple weeks, couple months, and people were getting very desperate about Benny not doing anything. And ever since I've been telling all of you to load up, back over here at under 1 million market cap, we have now been followed with over a nice little 2x return right here. If you caught this bottom right here, keep in mind I've been down since over here at these levels, so I'm still up very nicely. Nothing too crazy, nothing to, you know, get excited about. I think it's a little between 5 to an 8x, but I do think Benny will also go ahead and moon. My price target for Benny, as we talked about, its all-time high was at 12 million market cap, and we will be approaching over 30 million market cap in the next leg up, right? So now we're seeing a little bit of our labor now starting to pay off, that long time of dollar cost averaging. As I told a lot of you, I've literally just been dollar cost averaging on a lot of my base positions, and I'm mostly my biggest bags right now is Andy and Benny. And I am looking to go ahead and load up probably more this week. I'll probably go ahead and throw in a few $100s in there as well, whether it's that or Solana. So we'll talk about how we feel about that space. But before we move forward with the base tokens, the meme tokens, and give you a little bit more alpha, let's go back to what is important that determines what's going to go ahead and happen. I apologize, guys. I'm like super tired. These last 3 weeks, I've literally been sleeping on 3 to 4 hours a day. Been like that 7 days a week, so I've been literally just running on caffeine. It just seems like even on my days off of work, I still wake up early. It's just like natural habit now with this new job that I got. It's definitely a different time zone that I got to be working more. But last week too, I was working the other job, so I had 2 jobs in total. Now I got rid of the other one. Last week was on the second one. And now I'm fully just committed to one, and I want to go ahead and put my energy back into streaming. So I apologize if my words get butchered around, but literally that's how I've been these last 3 weeks, sleeping 3 to 4 hours a day. I literally have a meeting in I wouldn't say in a couple hours, but I do have one at 5, 10, let's see, 1, 10. I'd get some decent sleep if I end the stream. Not that late today, but maybe I could get 6 hours of sleep tonight. That'd be nice. I doubt it, but we'll see. But with that being said, I apologize if I do butcher my words around right now. Like, things are not processing 100% right now, so just keep that in mind. I am super exhausted, so bear with me. But With the DXY right now, it is looking pretty good. It is at this price target that we talked about, this 103. I do think the DXY is the DXY. I do think DXY will go ahead and continue to get hammered, coming down to these levels at the 102. So this is a perfect head and shoulders pattern on the DXY, man. It can be playing out perfectly for us with this price target of Bitcoin hitting $75,000 range. You know, the worst case scenario happens with Bitcoin is that we do lose this point of control, which is at around the $64,000 range. So just be aware of that. That's still possible for a fake out to happen where Bitcoin does get touched down to $64,000 and then has that massive reversal, which would be a quick liquidity grab, which we've seen many freaking times, right? So it wouldn't be surprising. So enough with Bitcoin. Price target $85,000 if we do break above this 72,000. So let's just call it 73,000. We are mooning in 85,000. It might be within days, it might be within seconds, who knows? I don't think so, but I do think we are definitely going to have a nice little run up sooner than what a lot of people expect, right? So Bitcoin's looking extremely solid. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the US markets. We're going to go ahead and take a look at US 100, which is the NASDAQ. And then after that, we'll go ahead and talk about Cadena and start shilling all your meme tokens and altcoins down below. And if you are, make sure to go ahead and either post a ticker symbol if it's an altcoin, and if it's a meme token, please provide the smart contract, okay? So start getting ready to go ahead and shill those tokens. I do want to see some alpha, but enough with that being said, we do see right here in the US 100, we are holding this nice area of support. After having about 2 to 3 days of red, people were panicking, calling the top. And it looks like we are now getting ready for this next leg up. So I expect nothing but this week moving forward to be extremely green, chat. You know, it's freaking amazing with what we're going to be seeing. Like what we're going to be seeing the next coming days is just getting started. Like congratulations to everybody that has been dollar cost averaging into your positions, diamond handing, and really believing in the place that you're in and not panicking with what's going on, right? So it looks like we are going to be getting rewarded very, very freaking soon. So congratulations to everybody that has still continue to hold strong on their tokens and on the beliefs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the US 100 on the monthly. On the monthly, as we mentioned, it looks like we are now holding this nice area of support. So now we're going to go ahead and see where things followed. Monthly, obviously, with that massive cup and handle pattern, as we've been extremely bullish. So this is just giving us signs that the market is extremely bullish. This is the time you want to start deploying capital. Obviously, not financial advice, but this is like perfect textbook. This is perfect textbook stuff, guys. Like you can't make this thing up. Like you just can't get any more bullish than this. Like I've been the biggest bear with Bitcoin, crypto, back at around November, December, and now my whole perspective is extremely bullish, and I have a reason to be bullish because the information that we are being given is nothing but bullish. And this is a no-brainer. Like if you don't see the bullishness in this market and you're completely bearish and you're shorting the market, good luck. Good luck, because you're definitely going to go ahead and need it. So this is the good time to go ahead and start getting into risk on assets and start deploying more capital into cryptocurrencies and more of those meme tokens and those conviction plays that you really believe in, because this market will go ahead and take off. And I do believe in the next coming days we will start to go ahead and see that. We're already seeing a few of our plays start to pay off. Nothing too crazy, but I'm excited. So let's go ahead and take a look at Cadena. And let me go ahead and read the chat real quick. I do see quite a lot of people here. Vernon, yes, I've been extremely busy with school, but fortunately coming to an end, there is not much heavy work ahead of me. Nice, man. But of course, got to catch up with my old buddy. Yeah, man. I watched you on Natalie's live a while ago. Was your honest approach to price prediction is what made me toss you up. Hey, Craig, I appreciate you a lot, man. I'm definitely going to be doing a another live stream with Natalie. She has been streaming, so I've been keeping in contact with Natalie. And yeah, well, I have to talk to her. We'll probably do a live stream together on my channel now. And definitely excited to what we're going to bring with the community and what we got building forward. For all those that don't know, right now, my goal, my main focus for this channel is to really start building that community that we once had. This is my second channel. I had a different channel called Altcoin John, which on this channel, DeFi John, my whole goal is to go ahead and focus mostly on DeFi. So any of the tools that you get to use on DeFi, whether it's, you know, launching tokens, using specific sniper bots, you know, buying into early pre-sales, that's really what I enjoy the most. And then a TA on the leverage side of things is also what I enjoy. So I love looking at charts, but I also love doing yield farming, staking, which I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've been dabbling right behind the scenes, right? So I haven't been MIA just because I wanted to. I've just been extremely busy, and trust me, I'm working very hard behind the scenes, and I'm very excited with where we're going to take the channel moving forward. But let's go ahead and take a look at Kadena, and I'll go ahead and show you what I got going on the DeFi side of things. Kadena, let's go ahead and take a look at Kadena. Vernon says John has caught some crazy plays. He mentioned AMC at 100K for instance, and it went to 34 million shortly after. He said it's definitely the go, cutting a lot more price movements. I appreciate you, Vernon. Thank you, man. Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? Long time no see. I appreciate you for being here. Definitely will go ahead and take a look at Duco. Craig says you should try to connect with Ryan Matt. He too honest too. I gotta check him out, man. I don't know who he is. Definitely be interested in connecting with more people. So let's go ahead and take a look at Kadena. So looking at Kadena right now, and this goes back to the whole entire thing with altcoin season, right? So this is perfect. We're going to be seeing this with a lot of other altcoins as well. See, the thing is, what I'm looking at when I'm looking at this market, I'm looking at a whole different sentiment than what most people are. I'm looking at a more of a longer term slash meme term slash midterm. I can't even speak, I'm telling you. I look at longer term slash midterm positions, such as just what Vernon said. I called out AMC on Solana, which is actually pretty funny, because when one of my biggest plays back in the day was hitting AMC and GME on the stock market back in the day. I got in at AMC at around, I think, $3 to $6. I had some call options, naked calls, and I think I sold them. I sold a few before I got wrecked, because I did get wrecked with the whole entire institution shutting down, you know, the buying button. But I think I got a few all the way up to like $13, if I'm not mistaken. And then I rode the wave from GameStop. I started loading up on GameStop's call options at around October, before the whole entire GameStop short squeeze happened. And what I mostly focused on the stock market was short squeeze stocks. That's literally all I focused on. That was my specialty when I would trade the stock market. I would only focus trading stocks that would get short squeeze. So I was able to move that kind of knowledge and moved it into crypto. And I've been able to hit multiple plays time and time and over again. And I'm not going to go ahead and sit here and tell you that every play I call hits. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There is some that I take big L's on, and I'm okay to admitting them, but I could go ahead and definitely tell you that my wins outdo my losses, because I could go ahead and take 20, 30, 40 L's, 10 L's, but all it takes me is one or two projects to make all that money back times more, right? So I've done that multiple times with a lot of these altcoins. I've done that multiple times with a lot of these meme tokens, where I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've called every play completely right, but I would definitely say that the plays that I have called right have made up for all the losses that on the plays that I missed out, right? Or I didn't catch on time. And what we're looking at right now with Kadena is also one of those things right now with how we talked about this cup and handle pattern going. And we're also seeing the same exact thing right here with Kadena, right? So as long as Kadena stays within this 70 cent range, we should go ahead and start seeing that reversal. We will go ahead and start to have that breakout. So our price target for Kadena is going to be around this range at around $2 to $4 short term, right? We're not talking about long term. Long term obviously is going to be coming back to these levels where we see that super U-shaped recovery, pushing us probably, we could just say give or take during this bull run. We could probably even see Kadena go as high as $50, right? But I don't like to overhype things. Let's just go ahead and keep it simple. I would say our short-term price action for Kadena will be within around the $2 to this $4 range, right? And that's the low end, because realistically we could go to over $40 and above, right? If we do go ahead and break past that all-time high. Looking at Cadena right here on the weekly, as we see now, let's go over onto the smaller time frames, because that's what I really like to go ahead and analyze. I just told you the price target of what I believe Cadena is going to be. It's really that simple. What I like to go ahead and do is identify patterns I understand, and as I mentioned, I see this cup and handle pattern, which is one of the patterns, and I also see an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is typically a bullish pattern. We did kind of have this liquidity grab with a fake out, which is very common, but we're going to go ahead and see if we have any more information on the smaller time frame, right? So our goal for Cadena is to go ahead and stay within that around the 72-cent range. This does look like this is another consolidation phase. I'm probably assuming this is probably a fixed range indicator, a POC right here, where if we were to use a fixed range indicator, it'll probably tell us there's a lot of volume within this range. Let's go ahead and see if we could find any volume. Probably is a lot. I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, so about there almost. So we could go ahead and say our POC, our point of control, is roughly, and our point of control, pretty much what it gives us, it just tells us, it acts as a resistance, it could act as a support, but what it's practically giving us and telling us is that that's where a lot of volume is being found, right? That is typically where a lot of volume is found, and that is a good sign for us, right? So typically when there's a lot of volume, that means that we will go ahead and see a lot of volatility. And what we're looking at right now with Cadena, we could go ahead and see clearly that we do have a few points where there is a lot of volume that we have to go ahead and pay attention to, right? So let's go ahead and see and analyze the charts a little bit more, but we could go ahead and say roughly that these are some pretty good ranges when it comes to finding volume right here for our fixed range indicator. Let me go ahead and get rid of this now. Can I get rid of this? Let's see. Okay, if I can't get rid of this, I'm just going to continue with the charts. I don't know what's going on. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Let's go ahead and go over to the 4-hourly chart. So looking at the 4-hourly, I always like to start off with the longer time frames. Same thing as we see right now, where this is pretty much a buying zone. I don't see it going any lower than this. Obviously, if it does go lower than 74 to 75 cents, as I mentioned, it will be bearish. But right now, I see more upside than downside on Cadena. And this is what we're going to see with a lot of altcoins, right? So I really don't even have to spend a lot of time here, because even on the smaller time frame, we are seeing that we are coming up on an uptrend, and we are getting ready to break out of that downtrend if we haven't just yet, right? So it looks like we are now just barely breaking out of this downtrend on the 1-hourly on Cadena. Still hasn't been a full-on confirmation, but if we do go ahead and make this new 83-cent range the new support, that means we will be approaching 85 cents and an 88. So ideally, we would like to go ahead and see Cadena jump over 85 to 90 cents, and then we could go ahead and confirm. I would say 83 to 80, 85 to 90 would confirm, in my opinion, that we are now finally exiting this downtrend, and we now are shifting into an uptrend, right? So this is typically what we see with a lot of altcoins. So there is going to be a lot of altcoins, and that's why I titled it on today's live stream, you know, Memecoin season is near or something like that. This goes alongside with altcoin season as well, right? So that's typically when we start seeing that shift of Bitcoin go on to altcoins, but we first need to see that massive pump on meme tokens. We need to first see that massive pump on Bitcoin to go ahead and see that follow volatility onto the meme tokens and then altcoins, right? So Cadena is looking extremely bullish. Now let's go ahead and look for something else. We have Steve right here talking about Duco. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Duco. Only OGs remember Ethereum. I would like an update on MIM. What I don't like is one of the main community members is talking about this multi-dimensional energy and his inner soul led callings such. He's nice but kind of a nut. I really like MIM since the narrative embodies the crypto space really well, where you could do anything, hold a coin for a bit, back to hundreds of thousands of profits. Magic internet money. 100%, man. 100%. I agree with you. Yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and take a look at that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Steve is telling us to check out. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Duco, and then we'll take a look at Magic internet money. So Duco, let's see. Kind of like the logo on this. This is the nice token with a high market cap, 41 million market cap, so that's good to see. And then same thing pattern right here, chat. Same pattern that we're seeing. As I'm telling you, this is the reason why I titled it, you know, meme coin season is here, because as I just mentioned, you know, we're going to go ahead and see this shift from Bitcoin as Bitcoin makes new all-time highs, then move over to altcoins, and then altcoins goes over to meme tokens, and then a lot of these tend to follow very, very similarly, right? So looking at the one on the daily, sorry, we see this a double bottom pattern right here forming, and we also see a potential cup and handle pattern also forming, right? So it's very, very similar pattern structures that we see multiple times. That's typically what I like to go ahead and trade and focus on. And right now Duco is looking pretty good with over 2.16 million in the 24-hour volume, 21,000 holders, and liquidity is looking pretty solid. Now let's go ahead and take a look at their website and see what we're looking at with their website. I like their website, it's pretty freaking cool. Solana's cutest pets. It looks like this season we might also have this little run up with cat narratives. I like it. I like it. I mean, I like the fact that it's a high market cap. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel more comfortable throwing my money into a token that's at a 41 million market cap than anything under that, right? Because it is considered a higher risk. It is more of a midterm risk. I mean, I'm not saying there's not risk to this. There obviously is, but worst case scenario, this thing dumps another 60 to 70% before it sees a massive reversal to the upside. So Duco is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and keep this on my watch list, see if I can find anything else that I feel comfortable trading. But for me personally, I feel like I kind of missed out on this run up right here, which was a nice little 2x. So I'll go ahead and sit on the sideline and wait for this thing to dump and start creating a new areas of support before the next leg up, which I'm pretty sure it's probably going to do. The next leg up is going to do about a 1.5 to 2x next. So definitely looking pretty good. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Magic Internet Money. I've been eyeing Magic Internet Money for a while, and I'm not really like active in the community. I don't really enter a lot of these communities. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mostly just go based off hype, patterns, and if I understand anything, which goes back to charts, right? So if I understand a position, if I understand what I'm looking at, it's typically what I like to go ahead and throw my money into. So typically that is what I like to go ahead and do. I like to go ahead and look at things that I understand. And right now, looking at Magic Internet Money, I agree with Vernon. I really do like the narrative with Magic Internet Money. As I mentioned, it still is a token. Magic Internet Money is a token. It's actually, I believe it's a DeFi protocol, which you could go ahead and actually be a part of. So it's still actually part of ETH. So Magic Internet Money is actually a real token on Ethereum, and it was really big last bull run. So for that reason, I kind of like Magic Internet Money on Solana. I think I mean, to be honest, chat, I got in Magic Internet Money early on. Like, I got in Magic Internet Money super early on. Like, I think I might have rode this wave right here, if I'm not mistaken. It was either this wave right here or this wave right here that I rode. And I got in at Magic Internet Money literally at the time that I got in, it was about 20,000 market cap. And I think it went as high as 20,000. I think it might have went as high as 300,000, 200,000 at the time. So I then eventually ended up selling my position. But you know, I never knew it was actually going to succeed as well. But yeah, Magic Internet Money did pretty good. Right now it is in this consolidation phase. The volume is slightly low. Holders is not too crazy. We are seeing a little bit more buying pressure coming in. But it does seem like this is a nice area of support. So what I would like to go ahead and see is how it holds up to this area. As I mentioned, right now we are struggling with this resistance right here, which is at around a 3x. So until we go ahead and see this breakout right here at around a little bit over a 1 point something million to 3 million, that is a strong area of resistance. Once we do go ahead and find that breakout right here on this resistance, then we will eventually go ahead and start creating that new all-time high for Magic Internet Money, right? So we will go ahead and see this. It's just a matter of when, right? One of the tokens that has been literally doing something very similar to this pattern has been Crody. Crody has been freaking playing games with us, guys. Literally has really been in this range for a while. As I told a lot of you, I started loading up on Crody right here, right here, right here, right here, and we go back over here, right? So I've loaded up a few times, still holding on to my position. It looks like there's a lot of manipulation going on with Crody, but one thing that I have noticed is that there's a possible inverse head and shoulders pattern that might be forming, which is super bullish. And also we do have to keep in mind we are getting ready to go ahead and see that breakout. So I have been seeing a lot of increase of volume into Crody. I know a lot of people have been extremely bearish on Crody, but I'm actually not that down on my Crody position. If I was to go ahead and look at my Crody position right now is at around 24%. I'm only down about 24%, which is not too bad. So as you see, sometimes our plays take a little bit longer than usual, but I'm pretty confident to go ahead and say that Crody will go ahead and hit, right? So it's just a matter of waiting, being patient, and understanding what you're getting into. I know a lot of you were jumping into Crody at around these levels right here, and a lot of you were coming out to me during my live stream and telling me to check out Crody at these levels, and I told a lot of you that I was going to go ahead and wait till all the hype comes down before I consider buying this. So I actually bought in right here at this bottom right here at 3 million, and I loaded up. I thought this thing was going to have a massive reversal breakout, which typically does follow, but it was followed with a fake out liquidity grab, which is also very common, right? Where they go ahead and do a quick reversal, use you as exit liquidity pretty much, and then stop you out of your position. You get pissed off, you settle a loss, you break even, whatever the case is, and then bam, moon. So I do expect Crody to come back to these levels very soon, actually. So right now we are consolidating within this range pretty nicely. For Jenner as well, I've been in this position holding pretty tightly. I was up over a 1x, but it wasn't something I was satisfied with. So I decided to go ahead and hold on to it. Unfortunately, there was a lot of FUD with Jenner, and that's why it dumped a lot. But this is literally exactly doing the same thing as what Crody's doing as well, is staying at this consolidating range. It is just consolidating right now, still hovering at around the point of control at 7.1 million to 13 million. So as long as we continue to break and hold above 7 million, we are going to be looking extremely good for Jenner. I do expect a massive breakout for Jenner as well. One of the key indicators that would go ahead and, you know, call it in if you really want to wait for a confirmation before loading up would be Jenner at a 13 million market cap. So if you do see Jenner break at 13 million market cap, I would not financial advice, tell all of you to go all in and throw your life savings at 13 million. I'm being sarcastic, by the way, but I am being a little bit serious. At 13 million is usually the confirmation, in my opinion, to play it safer, that this is not going to go completely against you. But as I mentioned, as the market's pumping, it's nothing but up from here, right? So this is what Magic Internet Money is, by the way, abracadabra.money. So this is the actual protocol for Magic Internet Money, the real one that I was just telling you about. So what else? Yeah, so I got some leverage positions right here. It looks like my Brit is finally out of range, which is not good, which means I'm not generating any liquidity out of this. Brit has been pretty disappointing, honestly. I wish I would have pulled out. I was going to pull out. This is Brit, by the way, not Brett. So this position has been doing pretty bad for me, and now I'm not even generating any fees, which is worse. So let's see, 70, 80. I think I would take like a $30, $40 loss if I was to go ahead and sell, which is almost about a 50%. I'm just going to probably keep it there. I wish I would have sold when I had a feeling I should have sold, but right now, so far, the position that has been doing pretty well for me has been Andy/ETH. I'm generating about 1% of fees, so I'm generating about $20 of passive income just from holding onto Andy, right? So I'm literally making $14 in ETH. Right now, this is $14, but in 24 hours, I'm generating about $23, so I'm making about 1% of what I have. Started this pool with around $1,200, I believe. Can't remember. This is just only part of my bag, so I actually have more Andy on the side. So I'm up a decent amount. Nothing too crazy, nothing that I would say that I'm super excited to celebrate about, but I am up a nice little decent amount with my bags with Andy and Benny, and this is what I'm doing right now. Just because I've been super bullish on Andy, I'm providing liquidity as a market maker, and I'm generating fees just for literally putting my tokens out there. So literally I'm providing liquidity to the liquidity pool, and in return I'm getting a 1% fee out of my money. So if you have, for example, if you have $10,000 in this liquidity pool, you'd be getting paid about $100 per day. If you have $20,000, you'll be making about $200 per day providing liquidity. So that's definitely the goal. If we could go ahead and get to a nice little bag like that, you know, making $100 to $200 a day passively, that sounds pretty good, man. I mean, if you were to go ahead and do the math, if I'm making about $20 a day, let's say, times 7, right now I'm generating about $140 in passive income. $140 times, let's say, 4, I'm generating about $560 a month just for holding on to my favorite token. Now, if you were bringing in about $200 per day, 7 days a week, you're bringing in about $1,400 a week. And for $1,400 a week for let's say total for 4 weeks, that's about 5,600. So obviously there was risk to what I said, and I just made it very, very simple. But essentially that's what providing liquidity looks like. So we are patiently waiting for these positions to go ahead and play out. And I might consider entering some leverage positions, but until I do get that confirmation, when we start to see a lot of this run up, I might go ahead and start considering doing some leverage trading, because typically during this time of the market is where you start to make a lot of freaking money, right? So I do expect a lot of these tokens to pop off very soon. Let's freaking go is pumping like crazy over at a 23 million market cap. I mean, it only has a little bit of holders, which is quite surprising, but I thought I missed out on this, and it looks like this thing's just pumping. So over 20x. So congratulations on everybody who's in this token. I think super cool. Myro, I think Myro's going to go ahead and hit over $1. So I am looking to go ahead and start loading up on some bags on this. But Myro's just doing its thing also with this cup and handle pattern, also getting ready to go ahead and get ready. So it looks like a lot of these tokens are getting ready to just moon. So literally meme coin season, man. Vernon says, anyways, I feel like he's the type of person to use the universe vibrational frequency and the alignment of the planets to predict price movements, man. Talk about moon phases, bro. Steve, thanks, John. I saw that Crypto Galaxy is pushing it. Duco, I grabbed this Mac bag. I don't know who Crypto Galaxy is, but cool. Hey, how are you doing, man? I'm doing pretty good. Can you please analyze Gari? Thinking of buying big chunk. So yeah, I could definitely check out Gari. I mean, I could probably assure you that not much has changed, though. Winar AI, pre-sale now, market cap of 4.2. You buy and stake ETH, or just buy and hold BNB. It's built in as a trading bot as well. Interesting. Crody will pump probably back again when the Drake Kendrick Lamar feud heats back up. I don't even know what the heck was going on with the whole entire Drake thing, but yeah. Didn't he make a song called Crody, Kendrick Lamar? That was freaking insane, bro. So let's go ahead and take a look at Gari. I mean, honestly, Gari goes back to what we talked about. As long as we continue to see this run up on the market, I mean, honestly, Gari has been really underperforming a lot. Like, we were expecting to have some breakout right here, and we got followed with a fake out. So we're still riding at around the 0.02 cents. I don't know what Gari is waiting for. I'm hoping this is the bottom. I think this might be the bottom, but what I do see right here in the weekly is this head and shoulders pattern. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to go ahead and see Gari go back to these ranges at around 0.01. So don't be surprised if we were to go ahead and see any of that kind of action. We're not seeing that much massive buying pressure on Gari. Not much is going on in there. I mean, even if we were to go ahead and let's take a look at the monthly, let's see if we see any difference. So it looks like on the monthly we are seeing a little bit of buying pressure, but it's just not strong, right? So it's definitely showing some weakness in Gari. So Gari is definitely lacking a lot behind compared to what it should be. And typically Gari runs pretty nicely with Solana. So maybe when Solana runs up, we might see Gari run up really, really well as well. But Gari's been underperforming a lot, so it still hasn't really done much. Let's see if it does anything when Solana does decide to pump. So that's it for Gari. Let's go ahead and see Winar AI. Winar AI. This is interesting. I mean, it has very low holders, which I don't like. But how do you get the pre-sale is my question to it. I don't like this small market cap with 25 holders. I'm telling you guys, the political tokens are going to be the play. Yeah, so this thing, Way is Wayner AI. I don't like that chart. I'm gonna be honest with you. 25 holders, it's too risky for me. Probably could throw $100, but it's not my kind of play. I think you might have sent me the wrong website address, bro. Because like what you're showing me is not showing anything. Is it really called Wiener AI? WAI. I think you sent me the wrong address, bro. Is it this one right here? It's not this one, is it? Because I think it's this one. I have a feeling this is it. I think I've seen this one. I think someone told me about this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I can't remember what it is. A waifu. I can't remember what a waifu is. But it has to do something with anime, right? Yeah, the anime characters are always pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Dabmaster, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see, man. Yeah, hit the like buttons. Yeah, I think you did send me the wrong address, Craig. But yeah, dude, this is, we talked about this. I can't remember who brought this up or how I came across this one time. But this is going to be a pretty big narrative with the whole entire AI play. If this is the one you're talking about. This is on Blast, which is interesting. Never knew this was on Blast. Or if they just added this on Blast. I think they might have just added this on Blast recently. But Ponky is probably something I'm going to consider jumping into. I'm considering adding a decent little bag. No, not that one at all. Yeah, you got to send me the website then, Craig. Just post a link, bro. Trump is something I've been looking at. Donald Trump 2 is undervalued in my opinion. I think this is going to go easily over $20, bro. Easily. I think in my opinion with this whole entire thing with the presidential election selection, this is very massive in the US. You know what's so funny, Dabmaster? Is that I was looking at Anonymous, and I've noticed that Anonymous moves very close to Jenner. Every time Jenner pumps, Anonymous pumps. Every time Jenner dumps, Anonymous dumps. It's actually quite funny, man. It's quite interesting how the charts move very, very similar. Look at this. Like, just comparing Jenner's chart to, like, Anonymous, it's, like, very, very similar structure, dude. You just can't make this shit up. Look, if anything, Anonymous is, like, a day ahead of itself. But look at this. Look at Anonymous's chart. And then look at Jenner's. And it's more noticeable because I have my phone. I have them on my favorites on my phone. And every time I see Jenner pump, I always see Anonymous do. Like, if Jenner pumps, let's say, 30%, Anonymous pumps like 120%, bro. Like, it always pumps on leverage, bro. It's freaking insane. It's freaking crazy, dude. Hey, Vernon, Dabmaster came out with his own token, bro. It's Anonymous. It's really freaking cool, bro. It's really freaking cool. So shout out to Dabmaster. If you guys want to go ahead and support his project, go ahead and check him out. Let me go ahead and post that link real quick for you guys. Yeah, Dabmaster's putting in that work, bro. Let's check this out. Can anybody unlock Craig's link? You could DM it to me, Craig. If you could go ahead and just send me a direct message on Twitter and message me, that'd be great. At DeFi John. Dog.ai. This isn't it, right? Magic pre-sales. I'm trying to launch a token, man. If anybody's down to launch a token on Pump Fun, send me a direct message, Greg. That'd be easier for me, bro. Wiener Dog. Dude, what's up with these names, man? Wiener. Which one is it? I'm assuming it's this one, Wiener Dog AI. Weird ass names, man. There's no way it's this one either, dude. It has only like 3 holders. Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, if you could direct message me, bro, that'd be freaking great. But yeah, everybody, welcome. Smash that like button for me. I did want to talk about this. Freaking today in the stock market, there was a glitch that showed Berkshire Hathaway down 99%, which is freaking insane. Like, do you really think it went down that low? Or it was a glitch, right? We also have GameStop shares surge over 73%. GameStop shares gain after meme stock influencer reveals $116 million bet. Was this Roaring Kitty Man? No way. He revealed $116 million. Let's see. Revealed that he had bought nearly $160 million worth of stock. GameStop stock surged as much as 75% earlier in the day before paring its gains. It's freaking insane, bro. He's just like betting 116 million. That's insane. It's a whole different level. If you guys never seen the movie Dumb Money, I would highly recommend all of you to go ahead and check it out. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty crazy, man. It's deja vu how like we're witnessing literally what happened.
The day trader who helped stoke the GameStop frenzy is back 3 years after triggering and then with a new rally. All it took was this meme from
You
Keith
can't make
Gill
this shit up, man.
Roaring Kitty, as he's known on X.
You can't make this shit up. I'm glad that people are finally starting to wake up and realize that meme tokens is the way when it comes to crypto. Like, you know how much shit like people used to get back in the day for being a meme coin trader or like buying meme tokens or being a meme token influencer or whatever you want to call it. It's freaking insane, bro. It's a whole different ballgame that we're in. It looks pretty cool, man. I like the graphics. Really cool website. Wiener Dog, Par AI trading bot. Total staked. It's interesting. Oh, I know what part of it. I know what kind of team this is in. This is the same team that does Wall Street Bets, bro. This is the team that did Wall Street Bets. No, not Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Memes, which if we go ahead and take a look at this chart, I know it based on the influencers, and because I remember getting a deal from this company, and what this company essentially does, exposing them now, they essentially run these pre-sales, which I don't want to go ahead and call them pre-sale scams, but essentially that's what they do. They run these pre-sales with new tokens. They have their own set of influencers. They have their own set of marketing teams. They have their own set of everything. It's all in-house work. So when you're scrolling through this and you're like, oh shit, look, YouTubers are making videos about this. Little do they know that they work for the company. So I tried exposing Wall Street Memes a while back, and it's funny. I've met a lot of people making content on Wall Street Memes. I made money shorting Wall Street memes. And if we go ahead and take a look at what Wall Street Memes is at right now, let's go ahead and take a look and see how it's doing. It's actually up over 90% in 24 hours. But dude, I remember talking about Wall Street Memes and looking at this chart. Look at what Wall Street Memes did, man. Look at this. I think it might run up again, but look at this. Oh shit, dude. That was in the daily. Look how low this thing dumped. Look at that. Wall Street Memes, 97% down. And this is the same team that did this. I already know because I got an offer from the company to go ahead and do pre-sales. But honestly, man, pre-sales, I've always stayed away with them. I've always lost money. But I just had a buddy of mine who threw in $1,000 and made 17 grand on a pre-sale. So they're really hit or miss. Dab Master put in like one soul, I think, or something like that on Boom, and made like freaking 80 grand in like less than like a couple of days, I think it was, or like less than a week. So like, you can make money on pre-sales, man. The only times I've only made money on a pre-sale has only been once, and that was last bull run, and that was about it. And ever since then, I've just taken nothing but freaking L's. Even on Apecoin, it was not Apecoin. I lost money on that one too. But Apecoin just dumped 90%. But I meant Sloth or Slothana or some shit like that. I forgot what this one right here. I bought into this one, the pre-sale. I just didn't like what the team was doing. They weren't really doing much. And I ended up selling right here at this bottom, and literally as soon as I ended up selling at a break even, this thing 8x. So I'm a little pissed off of that, but it is what it is, right? So it just really depends. I just didn't like the way the team was moving, so I decided to sell. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened right there with Slothana. But I've lost money on pre-sales. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is different. But if you're willing to, gamble a couple $100, throw it in there, I think it's worth it, man. I think it's worth it in my opinion. It's a pretty good play right there. But with that being said, guys, I hope all of you enjoyed today's live stream. As always, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. It is completely for free. It doesn't cost you anything. I do expect a massive week ahead of us. Really, really bullish. Check out Blofin down below in the description. Non-KYC platform, literally similar to Bybits, which I will be doing a review on very soon on leverage trading. And as well, if you want to go ahead and look for the best Solana trading bot, go ahead and check out my link on my Twitter, the best Solana trading bot out in the market. With that being said, I appreciate all of you tuning in today. Appreciate you, Greg. Appreciate you, Steve, Dabmaster, Vernon. It was great seeing you, man. And happy. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you all for being here today. And I'll catch all of you on